The Corsair K68 is a full-size keyboard with Cherry MX Red switches, dedicated media keys, palm rest, red per key lighting, and it's water and dust resistant. So if you're worried about spilling a drink or your keyboard getting wet somehow, this tries to give you some peace of mind. The way it does it is by having a rubber silicone barrier under each keycap, and according to Corsair, there are also channels inside the keyboard which will direct the liquid toward the holes in the base to let it out. You shouldn't submerge this keyboard, but if you're just spilling a drink, it will most likely be fine. So even without the spill resistance, this keyboard is still Corsair's usual good quality. The dedicated media keys feel great, and it also has a Windows lock and brightness control at the top along with them. And while it's a plastic construction, it doesn't show fingerprints. The font is large to let even more light through. The spacebar is textured, which is okay, but I prefer the old smooth ones that they had before. Keycap quality feels good, and they don't have a hollow or cheap sound to them. Here's a typing test so you know what they sound like. It reminds me of a Corsair Strafe, which is a favourite of mine. I actually quite like the feel. That's personal preference though. Not everyone likes this kind. But it's great that it's quieter than most of the other keyboards that Corsair have at the moment, and the keys are stabilised quite well. I'm a big fan of open pore designs, as I think they look better and it also makes them easier to clean. So I'm glad this one has that feature too. Here's a quick tour of the keyboard so you know what it looks like. There are no extra ports, it has a standard rubber cable, which is actually about 7 feet long, rubber feet on the base but not on the stands, and a comfortable rubberized palm rest, which is detachable. Testing how many keys I can hold down at once, most likely all of them, no problem there. It uses Corsair's software, so it can be quite advanced. You can record macros using keyboard and mouse commands, and assign them to any key. You can customize your lighting, and they give you the usual default modes too. As it's just a red LED, I'll leave it on static, and in performance you can disable some shortcuts. Now some highlights while I give my conclusion. You can pretty much use any keyboard for gaming, and given how many mechanical keyboards are available now, you have a lot of choice. What separates this is you're getting Corsair quality for a relatively low price, a nice typing experience, dedicated media keys, and of course peace of mind if spills are potentially an issue. I quite like the keyboard, so if you want something similar to the Corsair Strafe but with media keys, this could be a good pick. Hope that helps. Special thanks to Corsair for sending it out for a review. If you want to help support the channel, I'll leave the usual links in the description. Subscribe for more reviews and gaming videos, like this one, and I'll catch you in the next.